Who had the worst Week 9? Today we set out to answer that question as usual, starting with all 136 FBS teams and narrowing it down through the process of elimination. For the first criterion, they must have lost in Week 9. It's never fun to lose a game, especially in the back half of a season where your season is starting to take shape, you're starting to see what that final record might look like, and each additional loss just stings a little bit more. For the next criterion, they must have lost at home. In front of the home fans, with the number of home games left in the season starting to dwindle, those home losses can sting just a little bit more. For the next criterion, they must have lost by one score. There's something to be said about the misery of getting blown out, but losing by one score in a game that you feel like could have easily flipped the other way, that's just a little bit more painful. For the next criterion, they must have lost in overtime. It's even worse when you're talking about teams that went into an extra period of play and just couldn't get it done. You're usually one play away from winning the game if you go into overtime. And for the final criterion, they must have multiple overtime losses. It has been a lot of pain and misery for Mississippi State. They choke a 17-point lead and lose in overtime to Texas. They lost in overtime to Tennessee earlier this year, and they had the close loss to Florida where they were in field goal range for the win, and they threw the interception. For Mississippi State, they had the worst Week 9.